this video, I'll be giving you the top things that I think you should know and do as a menopausal woman. If you're new here, I'm Dr. Shadi Tabaei. I'm a naturopathic doctor and women's health and hormones expert. And Lord willing, every week I do make videos on different topics on women's health. So if you wanted to go ahead and subscribe and join this growing community, I would love to have you. Well, if you clicked on this video, you are probably a menopausal woman. And if you're a menopausal woman, you are probably overwhelmed with all of the information you are seeing online. Your demographic of women is the largest demographic of women in North America right now. And that means you are a target for advertisement. There's going to be lots of products coming at you promising different things. And so it can get quite overwhelming with things that you should do and take. And so what I want to do with this video is to create some foundational things that I think you should know and start doing to move through the transition of menopause with ease. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that I want you to know is that your body is going through a major transition. And with any major transition, there's going to be a lot of stress. And so it's important to have grace for yourself during this time with all of the changes that you're seeing happening in your body. I know it can be very overwhelming and annoying to see that you're gaining weight, that you're not sleeping well, that you're not able to think like you usually do. But it's important to have grace for yourself and know that your body is going through a stressful time. And so it's important not to put too much pressure on yourself. The second thing I want you to know is that what you do with your diet can add stress to you. What I see is that most menopausal women put on some weight. And what do women do when they put on weight? They start to restrict what they eat or cut out whole food groups like carbohydrates altogether. And I'm going to go ahead and advise against doing that because anytime you severely restrict yourself, you add more stress on your body. And so we don't want to be doing that. We don't want to add extra stress. What we want to do instead is to nourish our bodies appropriately. So you want to find out how much calories, protein, fat, carbohydrates is right for your body type and your age and for the level of activity that you do. Yours may not look like the same as other women. And so it's important to work with an expert like a naturopath or a dietitian to help you figure out those numbers so that you can nourish yourself appropriately while you try to lose weight at the same time if that's your wish. The third thing I think you should know is that your sleep might get interrupted. And this comes down to your body feeling more stressed. The more stressed your body feels, the more difficult it is to sleep. At the same time, you also may be experiencing night sweats, which may also make it difficult to sleep. Now, what I recommend is to create a good sleep hygiene routine for yourself so that you help bring that stress hormone down before bed. Half an hour before bed, I would recommend doing things like taking a warm bath, reading a book, listening to music, stretching, anything that will help you unwind and de-stress from your day. This will go a long way to regulate that stress hormone, which is really dysfunctional during menopause. The fourth thing that I want you to do is to get some baseline blood work done. You would be surprised at how much your blood work can change throughout the whole menopause transition. So it's good to have a baseline level of what your blood sugar looks like, what your cholesterol looks like, what your liver markers and kidney markers look like. These are important markers to get a baseline of so that we can track it year by year as you continue to age and go through the menopausal transition. The last thing I want you to do is to read up on some of the menopausal guidelines of care. You may have gone to your doctor and they may have told you that there's nothing you can do. You just have to deal with what you're going through, or there's nothing you can do until you lose your period altogether. And neither of those things are true. Reading these menopausal care guidelines will help you know what are the effective treatments for you. What are the proven, science-backed, effective treatments for menopausal care. And that way you can advocate for yourself better with your medical doctor and you can know what things you can do to start helping you feel better. So there you go. Those are the 5 important things that I think you should start knowing and doing as a menopausal woman before you start trying any of these expensive supplements or before you start going on hormone therapy. These are the foundational things that you should start doing so that you can move through this transition with confidence and with ease. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions about your menopausal transition. If there's any topics that you would like me to do any videos about, I would love to hear from you. So go ahead and comment below, and then also check out the other videos I've made on menopause. I'll link them below as well so that you can see some more information about menopausal care. I'll see you in the next video.